Shifting focus now to the war in Ukraine. On Monday, Russian President Vladimir Putin celebrated the second anniversary of annexing 4 Ukrainian regions. He vowed to achieve all his goals in Ukraine, this as his army has claimed fresh advances in the war. This year, Moscow has captured dozens of Ukrainian towns and villages and has pressed forward, despite a cross-border offensive that was launched by Ukraine into Russian territory in the month of August. It did not slow the Russians down, by the way. Propelled by the advances made by his troops on the ground, Putin said that the truth repeated his justification for sending troops into Ukraine, saying he was protecting Russian speakers against a neo-Nazi dictatorship.
Western elites during this time turned Ukraine into their colony, into a military base aimed at Russia. They systematically planted hatred and radical nationalism, incited hostility to everything Russian, supplied weapons, sent mercenaries and advisors, and prepared the Ukrainian army for a new war.
Now remember, Russia unilaterally annexed the 4 Ukrainian regions of Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia and Kherson. This was in September 2022, but it does not fully control any of them. In recent months, Russia has pursued a relentless assault in East Ukraine, pressing its advantage as Ukrainian soldiers grapple with exhaustion and relentless bombardment. Putin's comments came shortly after Russia launched a fresh wave of missile and drone attacks at Ukraine overnight. Some of them were aimed at the capital city, Kiev. And wreckage from some of the downed weapons barrage caused fires. On Monday, the Russian army said that its troops had liberated the Ukrainian village of Melipivka, quote-unquote liberated. It lies just north of the Ukrainian town of New York, where Kiev claimed to have made rare gains earlier in September. But the main target of Russia's assault in recent months has been the Ukrainian logistics hub of Pokrovsk, a city that lies on road and rail routes, supplying Ukrainian forces across the front line. On Monday, the Russian Defense Ministry also released footage of the fighting in the town of Novorovtika, a town close to Pokrovsk. In the footage, a small group of Russian soldiers are seen moving in the town and firing assault rifles. Russian forces have also started storming Vuhledar, which is a stronghold that has resisted Russian attacks since the beginning of the 2022 war. The Ukrainian governor of the region, Vadim Filashkin, says that Russia's troops had not reached the outskirts of Vuhledar, but its reconnaissance groups were operating there. Analysts do say that Russia appeared to be intensifying a push on Vuhledar, but its capture would not substantially alter Moscow's prospects for further advances, as it already controlled most of the main roads running into the town. You see, the Russian forces have accelerated their progress in Donetsk region, and they are taking a series of towns and villages. On the 25th of September, the Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov reported that military dynamics in eastern Ukraine were positive. Ukrainian forces are under severe pressure in the town, which is one of a belt of strongholds in the Donetsk region. And this also, with Luhansk, makes up the partly occupied region of Donbass. In fact, on several occasions, Putin has said that Russia's primary tactical goal is to take the whole of the Donbass region in southeastern Ukraine. As of now, Russia controls just under a fifth of Ukraine, including about 80% of the Donbass region. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.